Hey guys, it's your boy Calms with All Things Dex. I'm here with another video to just go over a few features, key features of Dex. So we're just gonna go all around just to look at it, get familiar with it. So here, of course, we have our home screen. The way I have it set up is that the app, how do you call it? The dock kind of drops down while I'm using the screen so that I have more screen real estate. But when I bring the mouse down, it pops up and I can access the apps over here, the apps tab, where I like to keep my apps color coordinated for, simplicity and facility. So it's not completely done. My orange needs to go to orange. And so that's basically how I like my app set up. Here, of course, you have your exit Dex button, lock Dex to get to your lock screen. We'll go to the settings now. Just take a look over there. Make that a little bit big. So here you can see that we're in our Dex settings, where we can change the font size. I like to keep it at its default, but from there you can actually make it bigger or smaller, depending on how you like things. Of course, I don't want them too big. I'm not that blind, even though I do have glasses. So let's put it back to original, make this one big. From there, we can go to the next, which is your screen zoom. So same thing, basically you can zoom text, make them smaller, bigger, things like that. I'll leave it at the default. So as you can see, every time you adjust these type of settings, it basically kind of resets in a sense the whole screen, because it's trying to get it to the desired zoom type that you wanted. Here you have your screen timeout for connected displays. I have it here set to 5 minutes. Usually if it's just on my phone, I leave it at 30 seconds, but because I'm on this Dex platform and I like to keep it open even when I'm on my phone, I left that 5 minutes. This is the setting that I used for the taskbar. So as I said, you press this, the taskbar is always at the bottom, which is fine, but I like to have it hidden, so I just keep it like that. Then over here you can change your display resolution. I have it at the recommended FHD, Full HD. You can choose to have it at HD plus if you want, and depending on the display you're connected to, it actually gives you other options. So if you're connected to a TV or a monitor, you might have like the 16:9 aspect ratio like here, or the 4:3, or etc., depending on the display. Of course, you can have your different wallpapers. I kept the default one, I just like it. You can have your apply dark mode to wallpaper for those who have like brighter dark things, but since my dark wallpaper is just dark anyways, I leave it as such. And then of course you can go to gallery to choose, and then you have my wallpapers for any wallpapers you might have previously had. I'll just get rid of that. Your keyboard, very important. So here you can decide whether you want the on-screen keyboard to display on your phone or on the screen itself. Now, since I have a NextDock Touch, I do not have the screen pop up on the Dex screen because it's kind of redundant. So I have it pop up on my phone screen. I like to have it because, sometimes you need the emojis and stuff like that. So I like to have it pop up on my phone so it's easy access. If you prefer it on your actual Dex screen, that's possible too. If you have the NextDock Touch like I do, then I guess it doesn't matter either way because you can easily select. If not, you're gonna need to have like a mouse, or you're gonna have to use your phone as a trackpad, which I find kind of tedious to do when it comes to like choosing something as simple as an emoji, or like, if you need to like do anything on the side that you can't do with the physical keyboard. I feel like it's kind of redundant and tedious, so I don't do that. If we go into more settings, you can choose the language. I have it set to English and my parents' native language because I'm learning that. You can choose the date and time, keyboard settings, like I said, English, French, which is easily accessible from the keyboard. All you can do is press Control and the space bar, and it changes that automatically. I'll keep it to English. Let's go back. Physical keyboard just tells you what keyboard you have connected. So basically this is the type of keyboard that the Next up, touch uses. Your mouse and trackpad. You can easily control the speed, the mouse speed. I like it set to halfway. I feel like it's a good speed. The wheel spin control, I left it as slow. Maybe I can put that a little faster too, because sometimes I do find it quite a bit slow. So put it a bit faster. And then you have enhanced pointer precision. So as it's written down here, make your mouse cursor move faster or slower depending on how fast you move your mouse. So that's basically if you want it to be accurate to you. The pointer size and color. This is something that's actually new. This wasn't there at the beginning. So if you set it to black, well, basically it disappears because I have it in dark mode. So I won't set it to black. Choose a different color. Green is kind of ugly. Yellow is okay. Red is nice. Purple is nice. Blue is nice. I think I'll go purple or red for now. Yeah, I'll go red for now. Primary mouse button. So you can choose the left or the right depending on how you like it. Secondary button. So open contextual menu, you can choose what it does. Show app screen, home, resend, back, all those nice little things. I'll leave it as open contextual menu because that's usually what it is and I'm used to that. Middle button, that's if there's a middle button. So I believe that's the button for the spin wheel. So you can choose that. Let's say I set it to home. So if I click on it, it takes me home. Then if I press it again, it brings me back. So I think I'll leave it to that. That seems kind of nifty. There's also notification panel. It just shows you your notifications. Open quick settings. So you press it, opens the quick settings. Open app. So you can select what app you want it to open. As I said, I think I'll leave it to home for now. And that's that. So let's go back. And we're back. I had a little call on the side, so I had to pause the recording for a second, but here I am. So as I said, middle button, additional button 1 and button 2. I don't have a button 1 and button 2, so I'm surprised where they're getting that from. I did have a previous mouse where I did have a button 1 and a button 2, but I don't have that mouse anymore. So I'm surprised that this is still here, but I can actually attest that this is accurate. This is basically what it did before it went back and it went forward. So if you do have a mouse that has additional buttons, they do come in useful. It's very, very fun to have. I don't want to drag this video out too long. So I got a call. I had to basically, pause the video. So we're back in it to it. As I was saying, we were at the buttons. The middle button does indeed take you home when you set it. I used to have a mouse that had 2 extra buttons, so I believe that's why these 2 options are shown back and forward. They did work. It was actually great to have, but I don't have that mouse anymore. I'm using a different mouse. It's basically the Omoton mouse. The one I had before was the black one with the 6-button array. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6-button array. No, I have the Omoton mouse with the 3-button array, which is fine as well. It works decently. So I don't want this video to drag out too much. So let's move on to the next settings. That's your general. Let's go back. So yeah, you can also use this. So now we're at, we did this S Pen input. S Pen input, so that's basically when you're hovering it over your phone. You can use it as a stylus basically, or a mouse, like an extra mouse. So there's that. Set default audio output, so you can choose what your output is when you immediately connect to DeX. Honestly, the Next dock itself does not have the best speakers. I mostly end up using either my side speaker, my Bluetooth speaker, or my phone as the main audio source. If I have my earphones, I use those. just because they give a better and more rich sound. The Next Dock bass is very lackluster, so I don't use that. And then of course you have your how to use Samsung DeX, so adjust the screen, change audio output, use keyboard shortcuts, all those things. There's actually, depending on the keyboard you have, you can use there's a setting that shows you which like where to find all the the keyboard shortcuts. That I'll show that in another video. I'll go in depth on that in a different video because I just don't want this one to be too long. In terms of changing audio output, is very simple. You just come to your not your notification tab, your quick setting taskbar. You click on media output, and then you can just select where you want the sound to come from. So right now it's coming from the display, but I can have it come through my earphones or to my phone, and it's just as simple as that. For screenshots, you have your dedicated screenshot button here. Volume, you have this button here. Keyboard here. This basically, if you click it, it just pulls up your on-screen keyboard. I don't know if I can screen record both at the same time. That would be so cool if I could. Click start. So just so I can show you. Yeah, so if I click both at the same time, it pulls up, and that's what it looks like. So yeah, that's basically the settings for Samsung DeX. If there's anything that you guys would like me to cover more in depth, just let me know in the comment sections below. I will be answering comments, and I'll try to do my best to cover everything that you guys may have questions about, and make these tutorials as intuitive as possible. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see you guys next time.